Good game, 13-14.
Yep.
This song is bad. It's my ex. I just need something more refreshing. Look at this. What's fun? This is intense.
Good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to a special edition of the Four-Man Rush. I'm your main man, Kevin Avery, a.k.a. 4MR_Country Kev. The long-awaited NFL schedule release has finally came out. And as always, it's 20 games total, 3 preseason games, 17 regular season games. And looking at the schedule here, me personally, my first impression is I like it. Starting out, week 1 on the road, divisional rival. Last year we started off the season on the road at Atlanta, but this season we're going to start off the season at New Orleans. It's been a while since I remember us playing there this early in the season, but I definitely think it's going to be a good matchup here for us. Just a quick overview before we go through the games one at a time here. One of the first things that I noticed is that of the first 8 games the Panthers play, 5 of those games will be on the road. Week 1 at New Orleans, week 3 at Las Vegas against the Raiders, week 5 at the Chicago Bears, week 7 at the Washington Commanders, and week 8 at the Denver Broncos. So that stretch right there is going to definitely have us, road warriors per se. This is something that, I think that a young team going out, early, getting on the road, bonding and, getting that chemistry and just seeing what you're being made of. I don't really go by, rough stretch of the schedule. Every game is tough. It's difficult to win in the NFL, as we saw just last year going with only 2 wins and 15 losses. So for me, every game is going to be a challenge. Every game is going to be a battle. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what this new Panthers team with the new front office, with the new coaching staff, what's going to take place. As I'm sure many of you heard earlier, that the Panthers will be playing in Germany this year as part of the international series on Sunday, November the 10th at 9:30 in the morning. The Panthers will be playing in Munich, Germany against the New York Giants. Now, this season, this was the Panthers season to have 9 regular season games as the home team, 8 games as the road team. Well, if we wasn't going to Germany, this would have been a home game at Bank of America, but we will be the home team in Germany, and the Giants will be considered the road team, even though both teams will be coming thousands of miles away to take place. So the Panthers will still have 8 regular season games at home this season, with the 9th game being the home team in Germany. After that, we get the bye week, and then come to town will be the defending Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be Patrick Mahomes' first time coming to the Carolinas to play. So definitely will be definitely going to be a hot ticket. Looks like we wrap up the season with take a look here. Um, this looks like the Dallas Cowboys are coming back here December 15th, and we end up the season with back-to-back road games at Tampa and at Atlanta. So overall, again, I like the schedule. I'm a fan of it. When you're 2-15, when you're really don't have high expectations, at this point, it is what it is. So, but definitely, wanted to get you guys' opinion. So feel free to leave comments, post your comments here. I'll be glad to answer all of your questions here. Maybe one of the fellas will join me later on. We all got different work schedules, so I just wanted to get out here and interact with you guys. So I definitely look forward to seeing what Coach Canales does with year one of this Panther project. Also, this is the Panthers' 30th season coming up in the NFL. So definitely looking forward to this being a season to remember one way or the other. So definitely looking forward. But let's jump back into the schedule here. Omar Tillman, hey, what's going on? Hope everything's going well with you. And to the rest of you guys, again, thank you for taking time out of your Wednesday to join me. I came in straight from work, haven't had time to change, so that's why I'm still in my current work gear. Didn't have time to throw on anything Panthers related, but it'll be all right for now. But let's get back to this schedule here. So starting off with the 3 preseason games, the dates haven't been announced yet, but looking here, we'll have a home game first against the New England Patriots. That'd be pretty cool to start off the year. Their first-year head coach, Gerard Mayo, and former North Carolina quarterback who was drafted by the New England Patriots, Drake May, will be having a preseason game down here in Charlotte. Hopefully, that'll be one of the joint practices. Definitely look forward to that. We're going to be on the road this year at the Jets. Last year, the Jets came down here to Charlotte. So this year, we'll be heading up to New York to play the Jets in the second preseason game. So that'll be a chance to you know what? I'm getting these all mixed up. My apologies. We're going to be at New England. My apologies. I'm looking at the colors here. I'm just so used to wearing black at home. I was thinking home game. So forgive me, guys. We're going to start off the preseason at New England. So hopefully that'll be a joint practice. We'll have another home preseason game with the Jets. And then we'll go back up north to play at the Buffalo Bills for the third and final preseason game. So, 2 out of 3 games in preseason going to be on the road. And as I mentioned earlier, 5 of the first 8 regular season games going to be on the road. So the Panthers are definitely going to get used to being on the road early and often with this first half of the season here. So hopefully we'll come through training camp and preseason healthy without any major injuries or significant injuries or anything like that. So definitely looking forward to seeing how everything plays out. But let's jump into the meat of this conversation here. Let's look into our week 1 matchup. We're going to be facing off against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Now, I mean, personally, this is the only New Orleans is the only NFC South team that I haven't been to a road game to yet. So I'm definitely intrigued of the possibilities of a weekend in New Orleans, the weekend of September 8th. That Friday would be the 6th. So if I was to go, probably get down there maybe Friday evening, or if not early Saturday morning, enjoy a day in New Orleans, go to the game, and then, get back on the road shortly thereafter that Monday on the 9th. But I look at this as an opportunity for the Panthers to show what they made of coming out the gate. A divisional game on the road there's no better place to find out early exactly where your team is at. New Orleans Saints, they brought back Derek Carr as their quarterback. Um, they definitely had some changes. They are, a team that's looking to build upon and have a better record this year, just like we are. But I definitely think that this is a chance that, just depend on how things go. Could we possibly steal a game week 1 on the road? I think that would be huge if we're able to do so. As you guys know, New Orleans is one of, if not the loudest stadiums to play in. And with it being the first game of the season, I expect the Who Dat Nation to be very loud and strong in the Superdome. So it'll definitely be a good test for the Panthers coming out the gate. All right. Now, the week 2 matchup here is going to have the Panthers. We're going to be welcoming Jim Harbaugh and the new look Los Angeles Chargers to Bank of America Stadium on September 15th. 1 o'clock game as well. And, this will be a great game for us to find out if it's a Jim Harbaugh-led team, it's going to be a physical, grinding type of game. Just based off their draft picks and where they went to, even though Justin Herbert is considered a top 10, quarterback talent. I think that with Jim Harbaugh, I think they're definitely going to come in with the mind frame of trying to establish the run. So it'll definitely be a good game to test our defense, particularly our front seven, against a Jim Harbaugh led team. So I definitely think that this first game at Bank of America, the first home game, it's a toss-up, really. Traditionally, teams that travel from the west to the east for a 1 o'clock game tends to have a losing record. So there'll definitely be some logistic challenges there, but I expect our team to come out fired up and ready to go. And again, have a shot to possibly win the game. Again, I'm not going to get too overly optimistic here. I'm still trying to figure out what type of offense we're going to run. I'm still trying to see, how healthy this team will be coming into the season. So, I'm just kind of just thinking to myself, what looks like, maybe a chance we'll have to possibly win the game towards the end. Now, a game that I'm definitely thinking about going to. I mean, I've been to Las Vegas 3 times. Week 3 at the Las Vegas Raiders on September 22nd, 4 o'clock back here in the East Coast, but it'll be a 1 o'clock game, I believe, out there in Las Vegas. Being the fact that we only play the Raiders once every 4 years, hey, if you've never been to Vegas or if you just enjoy going to Vegas, this would definitely be a game to, put your money in and see, and get a chance to just enjoy a reason to go to Vegas for a weekend. As you know, now that the schedule's out, single game tickets are now available to be bought. So, it's Vegas. Make sure you have your money right if you're thinking about it. With this particular game, I'm not quite sure who is going to be the starting quarterback for the Raiders here. So, again, this is a game that the Panthers could potentially be in position to possibly get a win here as well on the road. Starting off, I'm really not seeing anything too doubting as far as what could be a possibility for the Panthers to possibly do. Yeah, I get it. Kev, Panthers were 2-15, but again, I'm just looking to see what this new energy by Dan Morgan and Coach Canales is going to bring to this franchise and bring to the team and see how it shows up on the field. But yeah, a late September game in Las Vegas. It's a beautiful stadium. I was just out there for the NFL draft a couple of years ago. Yeah, this is something that you can pull off and go to. Definitely a a must to do for his road games, particularly a non-divisional road game. I think this would be the most attractive road game on the Panthers on the Panthers schedule this season. All right, week 4. Moving on, Joe Burrow comes to Charlotte for the first time. The Panthers on September 29th at 1 o'clock, Bank of America Stadium, will be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. So this game right here will be the first time that we'll get a chance to see how the Bengals, who are looking to get back to their Super Bowl form, how they're going to play. I just think that this is a game that potentially could be a high-scoring game. When you consider, Joe Burrow coming back healthy. They still have Jamar Chase. I'm expecting them to have T. Higgins, even though he's pretty adamant about wanting to be traded. I can't remember if they put the tag on him or not, or if he's going to sign the tag. I'm not sure with that situation, but like I said, there's no gimme games in the NFL. The Bengals are definitely a much better team than what they historically been known over the past couple of decades. So I definitely expect this matchup to be a fun one to watch. Particularly if Bryce Young is playing well. Bryce Young versus Joe Burrow. So it'd definitely be something worth taking a look at here. Now, the Week 5 matchup would be another great game on the road. We're going back to Chicago. So that's, as of course, former Panthers wide receiver DJ Moore was traded there. The Bears, who got the number 1 overall pick thanks to our trade with them last offseason to move up to draft from 9 to 1 to draft Bryce Young. And with our 2-15 record, it gave them the number 1 overall pick, which allowed them to take USC star quarterback Caleb Williams here. And with the number 9 pick, they was able to get the wide receiver, the stud wide receiver out of University of Washington. I think it's Odunes, I believe is. So the number 1 and number 9 pick is definitely going to, along with DJ Moore, definitely this Bears offense on paper look like it's going to be something to be dealt with this year. So this will definitely be a great test for the Carolina Panthers secondary as well. I'm still, not a big fan of the Bears offensive line, but about 5 weeks, we'll definitely know what's up with them. So I just think that this is a game that the Panthers barely lost on Thursday Night Football last year. So for me, a little bit of revenge would be nice to go up there and to get a win. I can't think of the last time we actually won in Chicago, so it definitely would be nice to go to Chicago and to get a win October 6th, again, the 1 o'clock game. Then after that, we come back to Bank of America week 6, and we're going to play our divisional rival Atlanta Falcons, coming up I-85 north from Atlanta to Charlotte. Now, this would be actually a 4:25 game here. This would be our chance to see their new quarterback, Kirk Cousins, coming in. Their new head coach, Raheem Morris, who was someone that, not going to lie, I was, kind of in favor of possibly being the head coach of the Panthers. Just something that I wouldn't have been mad at. But hey, I definitely have no problems with Coach Canales. But this will be a game where, by me being someone that's active in the I-85 rivalry trash talk group, Panthers versus Falcons, this would be a game where I would love to be able to, for the Panthers to win and, convincingly, so we can definitely tell them to, shut the hell up in the group. So anybody that's listening right now that's been in that group knows how the back and forth goes. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, what the Falcons offense will look like this year. Again, first year coach Raheem Morris. It looks like his offensive coordinator was the passing coordinator with the Rams last year. So I expect the Falcons to be running a version of the Sean McVay offense, which can be a headache and a nightmare. The Falcons do have talent on the offense, particularly at the skill positions. They do have Drake London. I think they signed a wide receiver, Daryl Mooney. They still have tight end Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson at running back, Tyler Algier at running back. So yeah, they got some weapons. And like I said, we split last year. We lost week 1 in Atlanta 24-10, and we won in the rain game in Charlotte 9-7. So it would be nice to let them know that that 9-7 win was just the beginning of the Panthers turning around in this rivalry. So definitely look forward to that October 13th matchup with the Falcons at home, week 6 at 4:25 p.m. Week 7, it'll take us up to Washington to play the Commanders on October 20th. Also a 4 o'clock game. It says 4 or 5 p.m. This game will be against a Heisman Trophy winner who was drafted by the Commanders. Got his name. My mind just drew a blank. The quarterback, Jalen. I had a brain fart. I just had his name on the tip of my tongue here. But yeah, he was the Heisman Trophy winner from LSU that they drafted to be their quarterback. So again, facing a team with a young quarterback here. By week 7, our defense and our offense should be flowing and moving. So we'll see how that road test will get us ready. And see Jalen Daniels. That's it. Okay. All right. Yeah, getting old sucks. But yeah, Jalen Daniels is the LSU quarterback who won the Heisman, who was drafted with the number 2 overall pick by the Washington Commanders in this past NFL draft. So, I think this is a game that, on paper, seems like a game that we should be in position to try to get a win on the road. So, I definitely like our chances. I definitely like our odds. Week 8 is also another road game. This will be the 5th road game out of the first 8 games for the Panthers. Going back out west again to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos in the Mile High Air of Denver, Colorado. Again, it'll be interesting who will be their quarterback. Will it be their first round pick? They took 12th overall, Bo Nix, or would it be the quarterback that they traded from the Jets, Zach Wilson? So it'll be interesting to see who the quarterback for the Denver Broncos will be when we play them October 27th, again at 4:25. As a week 8 matchup. So that'll be 3 straight games where the Panthers will be playing at 4 o'clock in the month of October. The 13th home against the Falcons, the 20th on the road against Washington, and the 27th on the road against Denver. So definitely a good opportunity to for the Panthers to possibly get an early win. Thank you, Panthers Boo. Jaden Daniels, I appreciate that. All right. Where did my schedule go? Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. So back to the schedule here. Yeah. So once we play the Denver Broncos, that'll be our fifth road game within the first 8 games. So the Panthers will be done went to New Orleans, at Las Vegas, at Chicago, at Washington, and at Denver. So definitely getting our frequent flyer miles in early part of the season. All right. Now, once we get back from Denver, week 9, our matchup will be our home divisional game against the New Orleans Saints November 3rd at 1 o'clock. So we'll be done played the Saints both times by week 9. Hopefully we'll be in a position where we can sweep them. It's been a while since we swept the Saints, so I definitely look forward to the opportunity of us getting a win at Bank of America on November 3rd. The team should be, we'll definitely have a good idea what type of team we have by the time November rolls in. I tell you that. All right. Then after we play the Saints at home, as soon as that game is over, the Panthers will be likely boarding a plane and heading out to Munich, Germany on November 10th. This will be our first time playing in Germany. Back in 2019, the Panthers played in London against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this time will be the home team per se in Germany against the New York Giants. This will be our first time playing against Brian Burns, who signed during the offseason with the New York Giants. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how that game goes. Now people may have that down as the Brian Burns revenge game or whatever. So I definitely look forward to just seeing what type of turnout, Panther fans are going to go. I saw earlier with the Roaring Riot where they had said that they had already sold out all 500 of their deposits to make the trip to Munich, Germany. So they said that they do expect some more openings coming up. So if you're not a fan or if you're not a member of the Roaring Riot, you definitely want to take advantage of it. They have great travel packages for every road game every season. I'm a member, so I'm definitely looking forward to thinking about it because me personally, I just got my passport back in February of this year. So depending on how my work schedule, what the trucking industry looking like around that time, I won't say no. I'll leave it at that. So it'll definitely be, cool if somehow I can manage to pull that off. But I'm definitely going to stack my money to definitely make that happen. So, but that'll be pretty cool. The Panthers, November 10th at Munich, Germany, taking on the Giants. Of course, after flying that far away, the Panthers will have a bye week 11, so they'll be off and well rested. And while they're resting, they're going to need it because after the bye week 11, week 12, the defending back-to-back Super Bowl champions will be coming to town on November 24th. This will be the game for, of seeing Patrick Mahomes, who will be coming to Charlotte, North Carolina for the first time in a game to take on the Panthers. This is probably going to be one of the hottest tickets. Prices are probably going to be through the roof. So if I was you guys, I would buy my tickets early because, the resale for these tickets are going to be way above retail value. So, again, if this is a game that you definitely want to see, I suggest you getting the tickets much earlier instead of trying to play it much later. If your finances will let you do that. Just speaking from experience. But this will be a game that, wow, it's going to be a good one. The last time the Panthers and Chiefs got up was at Kansas City back in 2020, and it came down to the last minute. It took a missed field goal on a real long attempt for the Chiefs to win. I think the game was like 33-31, if I remember correctly. So definitely looking forward to seeing how that plays out. All right. Now, after that Week 12 matchup at home, we get another home game. Coming up from the South would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a 4:00 game on December the 1st. This would be a chance for us to get out some revenge. The Bucs swept us last year, winning both in Charlotte and at Tampa. This will be they re-signed Baker Mayfield. They re-signed Mike Evans. So this is definitely a game that I'm hoping that we can show what we got and let them know that, what happened last year is not going to happen again this year. So, again, I think that's our fourth 4:00 game this season. And just to let you guys know, if you haven't noticed by now, we have no primetime games, and we don't even have a Thursday night game. So all of our games are going to be played on Sunday this season. I'm thinking this might be the first time ever, if not in an extremely long time, because usually everybody gets one Thursday night game. But hey, when you're 2-15, ain't nobody trying to see us play. But yeah, the Bucs will definitely be coming to Charlotte on that particular time. So outside the game from Germany, when the Panthers get back October 27th, they're going to be home against the Saints, at Germany, bye week, home against the Chiefs, home against the Buccaneers. So that's going to be a nice little stretch for the Panthers as far as home games as we start the second half of the season. December 8th, we are going to head up I-95 and to the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be a 1:00 game, December the 8th. This definitely be a good matchup of Jalen Hurts versus Bryce Young. So we'll see, what the weather going to be like in December, early December in Philadelphia. It's going to be, at Lincoln Financial Field. The Philadelphia fans are known to be the most rowdiest in the NFL. So definitely be a good late season test for the Panthers. The week after that, staying in the NFC East, the Panthers will be taking on them Dallas Cowboys December 15th at 1:00 p.m. As you know, last year Dallas came to Charlotte, and we kept it kind of close for a while, but towards the end of the first half, gave up a touchdown, and I think they came out and scored a touchdown to start the second half, and I think they got a pick six and just kind of blew the game open in the second half. So we definitely we definitely owe them Dallas Cowboys something when they come to town December the 15th. As you know, Dallas Cowboy fans travel well. They took over last year, so I'm hoping that we do not let that happen again this year. But this area has always had a strong amount of Cowboy fans, even before the Panthers got here. So it'll be interesting to see, possibly where, how competitive we are, if anything may start to be at stake for us, or if we're just playing out the string. So again, December 15th will be the home game at 1:00 against the Dallas Cowboys. Again, we get treated to back-to-back home games after that on December 22nd. The Arizona Cardinals will be coming to town. So this will be a matchup of the small quarterbacks, Kyler Murray versus, again, Bryce Young. I like to think we're always going to be a team favorite to beat the Cardinals. Seemed like we had their number as of lately whenever we matched up with them, even when we haven't had our best seasons. So it definitely seems like, again, this could be a game that could be winnable for the Panthers. But again, we just don't know how the season's going to play out. But again, just looking at it on paper, which doesn't really, hold much water these days, but just gives us something to talk about. So that's the game. That's the Sunday before Christmas, the 22nd, at Bank of America Stadium at 1 o'clock against the Arizona Cardinals. So that will be the final home game for the Panthers on week 16 against the Cardinals. As I mentioned at the beginning, the last 2 games are on the road against divisional opponents, so we got to finish up strong. December 29th, we're going to be at Tampa at 1 o'clock. And the Falcons game has been placed at to be determined. So again, the Falcons are by many favored to win the NFC South. Who knows, how we'll be at that time. They left that open as possibly I'm guessing maybe possibly a flex game. Just depends on how things play out. So we'll have to see here. But yeah, that's it. That's the 2024 schedule that just came out for the Panthers. Just looking at some comments here. Panthers Blues said Dan call it the Dave Canales Bowl. Oh, okay, against Tampa. Okay, I can see why. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and chat with you guys for a little while and just go over the schedule with you guys, and hopefully this will be something that as the days and weeks go by, we can as Panther fans make plans to see which games we're going to attend, and get our travel arrangements together, get our time off of work put together and all that good stuff. So it'll definitely be interesting. All right, so we got through this with about 37 minutes. Definitely just appreciate everybody that stopped by to check in to, go over the Panthers 2024 schedule that just came out. Appreciate everybody that dropped by. To the couple of people that commented, Omar Tillman and Panthers Blue. Appreciate you guys. So hopefully next time I have a couple of the fellas on with me. Likely we'll probably, depending on what happened, I'm thinking maybe after OTAs are done, we might do have another podcast, or definitely after mini camp before training camp in June. So probably get a couple more podcasts in before the Panthers go on their summer break before training camp, which will be here in Charlotte this year. So. All right. Hey, well, if you guys don't have any further questions, again, thank you for joining me here this evening. This is Kevin Avery, the 4-Man Rush, aka 4MR_Country Kev. If you are on Twitter, make sure you follow me and the rest of the guys here at the 4-Man Rush. We definitely have a good time on Twitter. We definitely enjoy engaging with our fans, and it's always good to chop it up with you guys whenever we have the opportunity to. All right, well, it's been a long day for me, so I'm getting ready to unwind and look forward to doing it all again tomorrow. But again, I want to thank you all for checking us out here. And on behalf of everybody here on the 4-Man Rush, you guys stay safe, take care, and the main thing, definitely keep pounding.